Creeping in the shadows, not quite dead, not quite alive, Dhampirs walk a knife edge of morality to survive between two worlds, neither fully welcoming them.
Get ready for a race that really sucks.
G'day team, I'm Luke from Big Game Small Pieces, and with me tonight I've got Mitch from Among Mates.
Yo. Hey guys, let's do this. Let's talk some Dhampir.
Yeah, so this session we're going to go through Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, published in...
The entire book.
We're
going to go through the entire book of page by page, just letter by letter. We're not even going to say the words.
No spaces. So this book was published in May 2021, and it's the source book for 5th edition, and it's the incarnation of 2nd edition's campaign world Ravenloft.
It's also the source book of all my pain and the incantation of my loss.
So, for starters, what is a Dhampir? So, poised between the worlds of the living and the dead, Dhampirs retain their grip on life, yet are endlessly tested by vicious hungers. Their ties to the undead grant Dhampirs a taste of a vampire's deathless prowess, in the form of increased speed, dark vision, and a life-draining bite. With unique insights into the nature of the undead, many Dhampirs become adventurers and monster hunters. Their reasons are often deeply personal. Some seek danger, imagining monsters as personifications of their own hungers. Others pursue revenge against whatever turned them into a Dhampir. And still others embrace the solitude of the hunt, striving to distance themselves from those who tempt their hunger.
Okay, it sounds cool. It does sound cool. I'll give that to you.
I guess what you are is you aren't a vampire, for starters. That's got to be very clear. You'll be disappointed if you think you are a vampire. But what you are is you have some vampire traits. You're half and half. You're vampire light. So this book then starts going into how to build and design your Dhampir. In which case, one of the first topics we're talking about here is what your hunger actually is. And it doesn't have to be blood. Mitch?
Doesn't have to be blood, but blood is good. No, we have blood. You can go flesh or raw meat.
Mm-hmm.
Cerebral... sorry, I thought we were going for one. That's my bad. So, blood. Flesh or raw meat, cerebral spinal fluid, psychic energy, dreams, or life energy. Now, which one of those would you go, Luke?
I think dreams is probably the more interesting thing. I've just got this character who's going to hang around groups and draw dreams from them. There's a mythological creature that would sit on your chest while you sleep at night and feed on your dreams. And I can just see a Dhampir something along those sort of lines. How about you, Mitch?
Well, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that demon's real. Isn't that like the sleep paralysis demon that people see all the time? But for this one, I'd definitely go number 3, the cerebral spinal fluid. I love the idea of like a bravado rogue posing as a doctor for their adventuring group, going, "Oh yes, come over here. Oh, you look sick. I'll take some of this spinal fluid for testing. Yes, come this way. It hurts. No, it's good for you."
I hear you saying that. Have you read the Witcher books?
No.
He teams up.
I haven't even played the games.
No, I've never played the games, but I've read the books, and he teams up with a vampire at some stage, and he travels with them. It's pretty cool.
Well, I was just thinking of Dr. House.
Dr. House?
Just a crackpot dude just like lying through his teeth to get what he needs. So.
Next, I guess it covers off on the origins of how your Dhampir came about. They've got 8 different ones here, and it's anything from you are reincarnated of an ancestor who had a vampiric tyrant, or your pact with with a predatory deity, fiend, fae, or spirit causes you to search in hunger. You're survived being attacked by a vampire, but you've been forever changed. You weren't quite fully converted. A parasite lives inside of you, and you indulge its hunger. Tragedy interrupted your transformation into being an immortal, so something went wrong. You are a diminished form of an otherworldly being. Slaking your hunger hastens your renewal. One of your parents was a vampire, and a radical experiment changed your body, making you reliant on these fluids. A lot there. Which one would you take? What's your
See,
what's your
I am so tempted to go number 5 there. The tragedy interrupted your transformation. Like, I love playing this kind of like old school emo sort of angsty youth, where it's like, oh, I was just about to get it, man. Oh, I am too a vampire. And like, he wants to be there, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go with parasite that lives inside you, because I love the concept of giving this parasite's inner voice to you over to the DM. So it's like, I'm not hungry, and then you'll hear, you are very hungry, they're looking very tasty, and you're like,
yes, you
they
are.
look pretty good. I might have a little piece of that one when they go to sleep. And I like that little concept of the master, we must feed. No, it's okay. And everyone else hears you talking. But no, I love that. So I would have to go with the parasite. How about yourself, mate?
Mine's not on there. I see it as you've been cursed. Someone has put a curse upon you, and it is the curse of vampirism. But this is about as strong as the curse could be. And I'll talk about it when I talk about the character concept. But yeah, I'm thinking the lines of someone has cursed you, and this is the curse that's been put upon you that you need to try and put up with or have removed.
What do you mean curse, man? Like, I got friggin' fangs and I like run on the walls, man. This is the best thing that ever happened to me, being a full vampire.
Speaking of the best things that ever happened to you, Mitch, you want to tell us what do you get out of being a Dhampir?
Oh yeah, well, since I became a Dhampir, I got you get 3 ability points, so you can put 2 in one score and 1 in another, or 1 in 3 different scores.
Pretty standard.
So you'll most likely, because of a later thing, put 1 or 2 of those into con. But you get languages. So what do you get there? You get basically you replace your if you replace your languages from your old thing, you get common and 1 other language. But if you are replacing your race, you can just retain any languages you had and gain no new languages. So that's fair enough. So if you change at level 6, you don't all of a sudden forget Elven. Yeah. So you start off as a humanoid. You could be medium or small, and your walking speed is 35, which may upset some people, because usually small people have no reason to live with their little hands. No. Their walking speed's usually 25 when they're shorter.
Yep.
But with this small one, 35. But this is one of the ones where it makes sense, because you are a night creature skittering along the walls and roofs, which will come up later.
Yep.
You have ancestral legacy, so basically you can start off as this race, as a reborn vampire, a lineage, Dhampir lineage. That's it. Sorry.
Dhampir.
And you basically start with your choice of 2 proficiencies, or if you came from another race, you can keep any skill proficiencies that you had, as well as climbing, flying, or swimming speeds. But you still have to get rid of those ability scores. Being a Dhampir, you will definitely have dark vision, 60 feet.
Yep.
You'll have deathless nature, which is you don't need to breathe, got all that anaerobic exercise going on.
But you still have to eat and drink.
You do. You've got to feed that little creature inside of you, let it grow into a big, strong demon of the night. Then the 2 coolest bits, I'll save the second last one for last. you've got Vampiric Bite, which scales off your Constitution modifier. So instead of using your Dex or your Strength for your attack and damage rolls, you'll use your Con. It's one of the only things in the game that you can do that with. So I believe the Leonan's Roar is off your Con.
Okay.
And possibly the Dragonborn. I'm not sure enough, but the Dragonborn's breath weapons, I believe, or one of them.
It's been a while since I played a Dragonborn, and with the changes recently, I'll have to look back, update myself.
But it's very rare to get something that scales off Con because it gives you hit points, so that's kind of cool. And when you make a bite with it, you actually deal damage plus your Con modifier, and the damage is D4, so it's D4 plus your Con. And if you have more than half your hit points missing, you get advantage on that attack roll.
That's handy.
And when you do bite them, you gain hit points equal to the piercing damage dealt back to yourself. So you're sucking blood and getting some health back. And yeah, you also gain a bonus to the next. You can get health back, or you can get a bonus to your next ability check or attack roll you make, which is pretty damn cool.
Well, I can definitely see using the
and then do the athletics check. That's just awesome. I love that.
Well, I can see at the start of a fight, you're using gain the bonus to gain an attack on something. But later, towards the end of the fight, if you do it again, you might be going for those hit points because you might have lost a few in that fight. So at the start of a fight, yeah, use that to give yourself better attacks to drop the foe quickly. But later on in the fight, you might be needing to suck a few hit points in before... because I don't know if the cleric's going to be happy to heal you.
I'm just a big fan of the idea of you run up to someone, skitter up to them, bite them on the neck, and then use that as an athletic shove to spider kick them off the edge of the platform.
And Spider Climb.
Spider Climb is my favorite ability. You have the climbing speed equal to your walking. In addition, at third level, you can move up and down and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings without using your hands.
Dungeoneering all of a sudden became real easy.
Yeah. And you just gotta love the concept of a gunslinger running at crazy speeds along the roof. Matrix.
Running up and around as you circle around. Yeah, very cool.
So, very exciting stuff.
All right, so
for you, mate, you got likes and dislikes.
Likes and dislikes. So I really like the powers you get. As long as you understand you're not a vampire, you won't be disappointed. You'll enjoy Vampire Light. This feels like it's going to be a strong lineage. I just wish that bite attack was scalable for higher levels. The reason why I think that's important is the bite's pretty much one big part of what you are. Like, you need to feed on things. That's the big story behind vampires. And by the time you get to level 10, that D4 plus con bonus is probably not enough in terms of hit points. Maybe for to gain the benefit to attack, probably still there. But for the hit points, I just feel like it'd get left behind. And for hit points and hit points only, I think the bonus to attack is definitely high enough. I think potentially it should scale either in increasing D4s or by increasing to a D6 to a D8 and so forth as you level up. Otherwise, things that don't scale get left behind, and by the time you're level 10, people forget you're a vampire because you don't feed anymore, because it's just better just to punch someone now than just to try and do your special technique. What do you reckon?
Yeah, my likes and my dislikes are almost the same thing, because the way this is made out, there's a lot of things that sort of, because it's about agility and speed, maneuverability, power, like a lot of this stuff sort of steps into the monk's realm of movement.
I was thinking that, yeah.
A while ago, I was looking at doing a monk that was a Dhampir, and I noticed you start losing a lot of your specialness. But the one thing I do like about it is that it's got that 35 movement speed. So we're going to see less Wood Elf monks and a couple more Dhampir monks.
Yeah.
It's just, if people need that movement speed, they're going to go here instead of Wood Elf because there's a couple extra things.
Put the stats where you want them. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, the spider climb is just great visually,
Oh.
and yeah, I have no issue with any of the other stuff.
For a dungeon delver who can just walk along the roof, they don't usually trap the roof; they trap the floor. So yeah. Like, such a very handy way to, hey, we can see the lever over there, but here's the tripwire. How do we get there? Well, I'll just walk there. And yeah, was this the lever? Yep. All right, thank you. All the traps disarmed. In we go.
All the lever cranked.
What do you reckon for a character concept? If someone was to make a character with the Dhampir, what do you think would be a good character concept to go with?
So what I was thinking about for this Thursday night's game was actually doing a Dhampir monk.
Oh, yeah.
But playing it so it's not a monk.
Okay.
So basically all the stuff you get from a monk, like stunning strike, everything like slow fall, all those things, I was going to thematically change to Dhampir. So your slow fall is because you go like this and bats come out and...
Oh, your cloak. You've got a cloak that billows.
Yeah. Then... you're running up walls. You're already doing that. The stunning strike could be you're hitting an artery or something with a bite. I love the idea of just completely forgetting a class and playing this like a monster. So that's my theme. I'd be going 100% monk.
Yep.
And just as you go through it, just being like, how am I going to explain this monk ability? Oh, immune to poison? That sounds like Dhampir.
Yeah.
He can hold his breath for a really, really long time.
I did a lot of the re-shifting or retelling of the abilities when I was playing an Artificer, but my concept was, once again, a monk or fighter, Dhampir. In which case you could go Grappler. Grappler would gain a real benefit from some of these, and and check with your DM prior to, the writing of the monk might allow you to use the bite attack as your martial weapon, and you might be able to use your martial arts dice instead of just the D4. So check with your DM before you go too far into that concept. But my character concept would be someone who's trying to perfect and develop their body, an athlete. So monk, fighter, really along the lines of what I'm sort of thinking. And what you were sort of talking, they're trying to develop themselves and become the perfect warrior, the perfect thing. And then let's say he's become a bit arrogant because of all the things that he can do that others can't, or she can do that others can't. And potentially you shun an old woman or another person, and they put a curse upon you. You don't notice it at the time, and you keep training, and your body gets better and stronger and more powerful. You can run faster, and you can do all these great things. But slowly the hunger steps in, and you realize that this blessing might be a curse.
Chills. Love it.
So that's what I was thinking for a strong character concept. And I think that'd be something interesting to play. And I think we're both sort of talking the same sort of line. We're both thinking like it's all about the body and about how you can become stronger and more powerful.
Yeah, I will also put an honorary mention in for the Dr. Arakokra named Dr. House Laurie Keat.
Yeah.
And basically, just I love the idea of getting the cerebral spinal fluid. And...
No, this is a scientific procedure. You're okay.
Very, very necessary. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, nice. All right, well, we've gone over. We've talked about what Dhampirs are. We've had a look at their stats and how they've come about and what they can feed on. So I think we've covered off pretty well. By all means, if people got more questions, post them down here. I'll be happy to jump on and answer as best I think I can. I don't know, do you have anything else to add, Mitch?
No. I just want to sing us out. I think that it's one of those times where, we can get real emotional when we talk about this stuff. And how could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes. I don't know the words because I'm not an emo. Anyways, let's do it.
No worries.
Guys.
Well, we've talked about the Reborn in another video, and we've got another one coming up shortly about the Hexblood. So if you've enjoyed this Van Richtens lineages, keep an eye out and have a check those videos out. Failing that, we'll throw a few other links of some of our other stuff. Mitch, you got some good stuff over on your channel going on, and I got a few things here. We'll throw them up. If you've enjoyed this material, please like and subscribe, and put a comment down there below as to tell us what we've missed. We've blindly overlooked some aspect of the Dhampir, and you've got it. You're better than us. You've got something much better.
Prove me wrong. Smartest person in the world, right here.
Well, show us how to build that fucking Dhampir monk. I want someone to actually put that together for me, so I don't have to struggle by trying to read feats and figure out what I need to do. Anyway, we'll catch us next time. We're talking about whatever we're talking about. D&D, I reckon.
Hell yeah, buddy. All right, see you next time.
Bye.